welcome back to Minecraft. Today, we're gonna build this tiny auto chicken cooker. I built one here just beside our wonderful wool farm, which we made last episode.
Get back here, you dirty little Minecraft.
That went swimmingly, but as you can see here, the chicken farm is absolutely tiny. Here's a view of it not buried underground, and it's only 1 block thick. It uses cauldrons to store both groups of chickens, which is bloody brilliant. Shout out to IL Mango for the inspiration. As per usual, I don't like to keep things small, so of course I have to make a gigantic version after the little build. Well anyways, let's get started with the build. Starting with the collection system, place a couple of chests down like so in the ground, and then place a hopper going into it, with a slab on top of that, temporary block above the slab, a rail with a hopper minecart on that, and break the block. Now place another block behind there, place a dispenser on that, and a hopper going into the dispenser. This will be where the baby chickens stand before they wait to grow up and get burnt. When the chickens eventually die to the lava, their items are instantly picked up by the hopper minecart and go down to this chest. Come around to the backside here and hug the wall and place an observer facing upward so that the face is looking into the sky. And then place a redstone dust underneath that, redstone comparator on top of him, and a hopper going into the dispenser. So now what this system will do is this comparator will detect when an item goes into the hopper. The observer will see that, activate the redstone dust, and instantly activate the dispenser. Now place a cauldron on top of both hoppers, and place a carpet on top of the top cauldron, and place a lava bucket inside of the bottom cauldron. The top one will serve as a nice little home for the adult chickens, and the bottom one will instantly kill the other sets of chickens when they grow up. How do you actually get the chickens into the top cauldron? Well, you need a fair number of eggs, so I would recommend building a small egg farm, which is just some chickens on top of a hopper. Anyways, once you have your 14-ish stacks of eggs, come back over here and place 2 temporary blocks, like so. Place a dispenser going into the cauldron, place an observer facing down into the dispenser, place a redstone dust on top of that, and then quickly flick a lever like so. And now you will have a repeating redstone dust, sending a signal to this dispenser, and you can put in all the eggs that you've collected. Once all your eggs are dispensed, you can go ahead and break out all these 3 blocks. Anytime these guys lay an egg now, their eggs will go down into the system and instantly get shot out into this cell. And when those babies grow up, they will instantly burn from this lava cauldron as their head peeks through the bottom of it here, and then their items will go down into the chest. There are 2 things you need to do to make this work on Bedrock. 1, replace this hopper with a slab. 2, replace the chicken chambers with trapdoors instead of cauldrons. It's time to go bigger. Operation Chicken Nugget. The game plan is simple. Step 1, expand the egg house so that we can fit more egg-laying chickens. Step 2, change the collection system. Since the chickens will be spread out, our current method of collection will no longer work. Step 3, expand the killing chamber and add more storage, as 1 chest would not be nearly enough for the amount of chicken we're going to be making. If we can complete all 3 steps, we should have the biggest chicken farm I've ever seen. Alrighty, so I reckon we can just make a pen and fill it with chickens. There we go. And obviously that'll be able to hold more than a single cauldron. Let's use a lathe to collect the eggs just because they're cute. And if you didn't know, if you give one of these guys a little item, they will fly around and actually give you the item. However, if you place a note block in the vicinity and have it play every 30 some odd seconds, the allay will throw all of the items that it runs around and collects to the note block. So if you add in a hopper just in the front like so, we can collect all the items the allay throws. Place a dispenser under the hoppers here to dispense the eggs. Add some room for the chickens to prevent overcrowding. Some other skulk sensors diagonally powering the dispenser. I'll move that over here since it doesn't shoot fast enough, and I'll add in the little redstone circuit here, and then add some blocks around the edges so the chickens can't escape. Once we add in the lava so that when they grow up they burn, I believe this should be working. Finally, let's add in the hoppers under the slabs to collect the items and run them into a nice chest wall. Oh, I forgot note blocks were flammable. I guess to fix it, we could just use a bunch of hoppers to collect the eggs. Or we could do this. Free-range chicken farm so that the note blocks are far away from the lava. And now the chickens can live just as happily as the unnamed Chicken King would have wanted them. And Perry. Hey, Perry.